Today we're going to factor trinomials when our a equals 1. And when we're referring to a, what we mean is the leading coefficient. If our leading coefficient is 1, which is understood when we see no number in front of our x squared value, then we can factor this. And with all trinomials, they begin the same way. When we factor them, we see that our variable is x, so we draw our binomial parentheses and set our x in the front. Now, I need to read the signs to see what signs I need to put here. Now, I see that my second sign is positive, so that means that my signs will be the same. And I look at my first sign to see what that'll be, and that tells me that it is negative. When my first sign is negative, when my second sign is positive, I set my signs as negative, negative. If my second sign would have been negative, that tells me that they are mixed, and then I would look at the first sign to see which sign gets the bigger number. Okay, so they're the same. In this instance, it really doesn't matter, bigger or smaller, they're both going to be negative. Now I'd look at my numbers. So what I'm looking for, my second number being 34, I need to multiply by factors that will multiply to 34 and add to 35. Well, I know that 34, the factors are 1 times 34, because 1 goes into all numbers, and also because it's even, I know that 2 will go into it, and it'll go into it 17 times. Those are all the factors of 34. Now, I'm looking for the combination that will add to 35. Well, 34 plus 1 adds to 35, so I know that 1 and 34 will be my numbers to plug in, and we are finished. However, let's check our work. Let's check and see if this is indeed going to be the correct answer. The way that I would do that is I would FOIL it. I would just multiply everything in the first group by everything in the second. Well, I know that when I FOIL, I multiply the first 2, the outside 2, the inside 2, and the last 2. Let's start first by multiplying x times x, which gives me x squared. X times negative 34 is negative 34x. Negative 1 times x is negative 1x. And negative 1 times negative 34 gives me a positive 34. Remember, when the signs are the same, either positive times positive or negative times negative, we get a positive number. Now it's time to combine like terms. Always in a trinomial, when we FOIL it, the middle two will be the same. They both have x. Okay? There's no other x squared, so I bring it down. Negative 34x and the negative 1x combines to make 35x. And then I bring down my positive 34. And we can see that that's exactly what we began with. That checks. So I put a box around my x minus 1 and x minus 34 because that's a correct answer.